y'all, welcome back to my channel. Anytime I film a video where I'm like walking around my house like this, I feel like I'm on an episode of Cribs. One of the most common questions that I get on the regular is, how do I actually freaking start? Like, how do I get started? How do I launch a business? How do I find what my business should be? How do I decide what kind of business I'm gonna run? How do I get started? And so today I really wanted to talk about how you can get started with an online business like now, because I'm gonna bet you money that it is not nearly as hard as you think it is. All right, so what we're not gonna talk about today is the domains and the social media handles and the things that you think you need to get started, because 99% of the time, that's not true. 99% of the time, you are using those like basics as an excuse not to start. Well, I don't have this in place and I don't have that in place. I have seen some really awesome businesses literally rise from the ground with no website, with no social media presence, with no like real kickstart or anything like that. Just saying, I am ready to start an online business. I'm ready to start working for myself. So I just need to say that most of that stuff that you think you're gonna need, that you're gonna sit in this video and be like, but Jessica, what about the website? How do I buy a domain? First of all, there's a million videos on YouTube that can help you do that. I have a few here on my channel that I'll make sure I link below. But second of all, that isn't really what you need to be worried about. So now that we have that out of the way, first and foremost, if you are looking to launch an online business in 2022 and beyond, I think the first step is to really decide what type of business you want to start. And what I mean by that is, are you going to go one-to-many or service-based one-to-one? And by the way, my Southern accent doesn't let me say the word many very well. I literally can't enunciate it. I mean many as in a lot of people, not many as in very, very small things. Okay, so I know it sounds like I'm saying many. I'm not. I'm saying many. You get it. So a one-to-many business is a business like mine. You want to be a course creator, you want to be an influencer, you want to do affiliate marketing, you want to sell digital products. This is the type of business where you have one product, but you can sell it to many different people. And then eventually you'll have like multiple products that can be sold to many different people. And then a service-based or one-on-one is literally doing a service for someone. I will always recommend that you do a service-based business first. Why, Jessica? Why do you recommend that? Well, let me just tell you. First of all, it's easier to start. You literally don't need to create anything except for like a pricing structure. Like, here's what I'm going to charge people. That is it. It's easier to start. Second of all, it is much easier to get to higher levels of income faster with a service, with a one-to-many product, because you can generally charge more and you need less purchasers to get to the same amount of money. So let's say you need to make $5,000 a month. So you could choose to be like a web designer, a copywriter, a graphic designer, you know, like whatever, right? And let's say you're gonna be a copywriter and you charge $2,000 per client to write the copy for their website or write the copy for their sales page. If you're trying to get to $5,000 a month, you only need 2.5 clients a month, right? Whereas then let's say that you want to teach a course, and this course is something that, one, it's going to take you time to create, but two, you need an audience behind you. With a service-based business, you can literally like get 1 or 2 clients and then the ball will start rolling from there. Like, those clients will tell people and those clients will tell people, and it's not going to be something where you have to like struggle to find clients. Whereas with a one-to-many service like courses or digital products, you need a decent sized audience to make good money. Now, I am not a big believer in needing a huge audience to make a lot of money, and y'all know that. I've talked about that before. But you need people there who are going to want to buy your thing. Like, that's just all there is to it. Also, my office is a disaster. It's one of the reasons I'm not filming in here today. I just couldn't do it. But you're gonna need people there who are going to want to buy your course, your digital product, whatever. So again, in that same example of I wanna get to $5,000 a month, let's say your course is $500. You need 10 people per month to purchase your course. And that's gonna take a lot of legwork. That's gonna take a lot of like getting in front of the right people that you may not have the time or energy to do. So you need to pick what type of business you want to run. Are you gonna do one-to-many? Are you gonna do one-to-one? If you're gonna do one-to-many, just understand that it could take you a little bit longer to get there. And for some of you, that may be okay. Like that may be totally fine. You're like, you know what? I'm cool with that. I would much rather like build towards that than do a service. And I think that's fine. But if you're ready to like start now and you're ready to make money now, and maybe you're looking to like quit a job or whatever, you need to be going for a service. All right, next, you need to figure out and really get clear on your niche. Now, what I mean by niche is the person you're talking to and the problem you're solving. I had someone message me on Instagram yesterday or the day before, and she was like, oh my gosh, I went to Etsy and I was like doing like competitive research on this thing I want to sell, and there's a million bajillion people selling these same things, and let's just say they were like bullet journals or digital bullet journals or digital planners, right? So she's like, a million people are selling this, like I'm never gonna be able to make a splash here, blah, blah, blah. And somehow or another, like I ended up asking her who she was targeting. And she literally was like, women who are online. Is that enough? And I was like, no, that is absolutely not enough. It's got to be more specific. And then I explained to her that she'd want to do something like stay-at-home moms who are looking to budget, or work from home moms who need family and work in one planner, or like whatever the scenario is, right? And then her next question to me is, but how's that gonna help me with the competition? And the answer is, you are talking to a specific subset of people and you will attract those people. And when you attract those people, then they're gonna want your thing, not the one that's generic. So niching down is really, really important. And it may take you a little while to get there. It may take you a little bit. Maybe you know the service you're gonna provide and you just kind of start because it doesn't matter who hires you. I was like that with web design. Like it didn't matter who hired me. Like I literally just needed to work, right? And then eventually I started niching and whatever. So it may be that that's the case for you too, but eventually you're gonna have to get to a niche. This next one is something that I wish someone would have told me from the very, very beginning, because I can promise you it'll make such a huge, huge difference. And most of the time people don't do this, okay? And that is to think on a higher level. Don't play small from the very beginning. Most people, when they want to start a business, they kind of want to start small. They want to just like dip their toe and learn like this thing and then learn this thing. And again, going back to what I said in the beginning, they're usually worried about things that don't actually matter and not thinking further ahead and at a higher level. So I highly encourage you to think big from the beginning. Set big goals. Play hard. Learn as much as you possibly can. If you have a little bit of a budget to work with, hire a coach from the beginning. Buy a course. Get in someone's group program that's going to help you do what you want to do from the very beginning, because I promise you, you'll wish you would have known those things, or you'll wish you would have done that later on. And I understand not everybody has the budget to do that, but there's some really awesome people here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, sharing a lot of golden nuggets with you. And if you just stay stuck and you like listen to the advice but do not actually do it, or you listen to it and think you can't do it yet, or whatever, you're going to have a much harder time growing. When if you would just play big from the beginning, it would make a huge difference. I have seen people come out of the gate, like literally start their business, come out of the gate on freaking fire. And it pays off exponentially in the future. It pays off tenfold in the future. I have seen people come out of the gate, make $1 million their first year in business, or even $100,000 their first year in business. And it took me a long time to get to 100,000, and then a long time to get higher than that. So the reason those people are doing that though is because they have started thinking about it on a higher level from the very, very beginning. If you have made it this far in the video, go ahead and comment below with "I'm not playing small." Right? We're gonna find a community of people who are ready to stop playing small or start without playing small. Whether you're just getting started in this online business world or you have been here for a while, but you feel like you've been playing small, I feel like it's important for us to find each other. I feel like it's important for us to kind of be like, wow, there's other people who are kind of doing this thing that I'm doing. And so if you'll comment below, I'm not playing small, we can all connect with each other. And I think it'll be super encouraging to you to kind of have that affirmation, like, I'm not going to play small. I'm playing big from the beginning. I'm gonna strategically stand in front of my dishes. I mean, they're clean, but like it's kind of messy looking. All right, so I kind of hit on this a second ago, but I feel like I need to make it its own point. If you're getting started, find a mentor or at the very least, someone to follow who has done or is doing what you want to do, and use that as inspiration, motivation, tips, whatever, to move forward. So there very well may be somebody out there in the world who is teaching people how to do what you want to do. Like, you want to be a web designer, maybe there is somebody out there teaching people how to be a web designer. If you want to be a copywriter, maybe there's somebody out there teaching people how to be a copywriter. You may not yet be able to afford their programs or their services, but they give away a lot of free content. I think sometimes we get stuck in this like liking and scrolling situation, and we don't pay attention to the fact that there is so much free valuable content on the internet that we can use to like grow a brand from the get-go. I mean, here on this channel, I have literally done hundreds of videos where I am giving real life advice that I would like charge for, that I would tell somebody if they paid me for consulting, right? So find somebody who is doing what you want to do and follow them, but make sure that you're not using it as like a comparison thing, that you're not looking at them and you're like, oh my gosh, they're so much further ahead than I am, blah, 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 because that can really get in your head, and that is not what we want to happen. We just want you to have a good resource to actually know what to do and to kind of see what makes sense and what should happen. And I'm starting to lose my voice. Oh my gosh. So I'm filming this as I've just come back from a conference. And then I thought it was allergies, but I think I have a cold. So there's like a lot of junk going on. And I'm starting to lose my voice. So we will end with one last thing. One last tip I need to give you. Are you ready? Just freaking start. Just start. Do not get hung up in analysis paralysis. Do not sit here and research and look up things and, find people to follow and worry about your niche or what you're naming the business or whatever else, and let that stop you from actually getting started. Just start. Put your name out there. Get people ready to purchase from you. Get people excited to buy from you. Just get started. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. All right, so that is it for this video. I'm actually headed out the door here soon to film a fun video that I've been working on for my channel, but I'm interviewing people, so it's been a little bit hard to like get together. But come back for the next video because it's gonna be a really, really good one. I'm gonna break down the secrets that I have used, that I have learned, whatever, to create a 6-figure online course. So if you ever think you want to create an online course, if that's the kind of business you want to start, if you've already started a business and you're doing a service, but you really want to do an online course, I'm going to chat in depth about that in the next video. And until next time, bye y'all.